see what happens here. It is tricky to as I've mentioned in past streams, like the board game streams in particular, I'm just terrible at multitasking, so it's still quite the novelty for me to try and stream solo board gaming when I'm thinking about cameras and lights and is there anything going on in chat? Is there anything I should be thinking about, or like technical things or topics I might want to bring up, or all this kind of stuff. Let's see here. So, room. What's in the room? Okay, we got another door. Oh, now things are going to get spicy. Gonna get spicy. We've got 2 orcs in this room, but are they really orcs? Francisco says, monster attacking the camera. Camera rolls a 2. Camera topples over. Yeah, that sounds about right. So 2 orcs. Let me look at my conversion table here. Because for some equivalencies, if there's more than one, like, see, 2 zombies could be either these or 2 skeletons, 2 goblins, So for a room that has 2 orcs, I can potentially be facing a Dark Elf Assassin, an Elemental, an Ogre Warrior, or an Ogre Champion. So a lot of different options there. Let's roll and see what's going on. 1. So it is just 2 orcs. So, yeah, 2 orcs. That's all right. Orcs are... I feel like orcs are kind of like a staple of fantasy gaming. So if you're gonna have a more common monster, orcs and goblins, that feels appropriate. So let's put them in there where they're supposed to be. And then I'll move the camera too. Get a little closer. There we go. That's a little better, I think. That's a little better. Okay, so the barbarian just opened the door, and that was it. Hi, Balmy Leader. Thanks for coming out. He says, does Magic the Gathering even count as a board game? Because that's all I got. I'm pretty loose with terminology. I have games that are just cards, and maybe use a little bit... Like Pathfinder the Adventure card game, which I'm planning on playing later this week. I have referred to that as a board game, even though in its very title it's called a card game. Usually I try to say tabletop game because that covers all of them, but there are times where I, either inadvertently or just because I don't care, I will refer to games that use only cards still as board games. Let's see here. Barbarian. I don't know if I want to like venture into that room, but that might be the best way to go. Oh, crap. Well, let's see. Zargon only has 3 threat, and so he can't spring a trap when I go into that room, because he needs a minimum of 4. So I think I will use the rest of my movement to get in there. So he opened the door. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put him over here, and then that leaves plenty of room for other people to get in there. And yeah, he's going to attack that orc right there. He's got 3 attack dice. Oh, nice! 2 skulls. Very cool. So the orc has 2 defense dice. He defends 1, the other gets through. That's enough, because he only has a body of 1, so... And nothing found on his body. And that's the end of the barbarian's turn. Now my elf is going to get in there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be good. And he's got 2 attack dice. Oh, nice! Nice. He's got 2 skulls on that attack. So the orc... Yeah, he was going to have to roll really well to get that, so... And nothing on him. Very good, very good. And then the dwarf is going to get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll move him right here. And he's going to search for treasure. Oh, crap! Hang on, hang on, hang on. The cave spider's right there. Jeez, Franson. Jeez, Franson. Because that cave spider can move, what, 5? Oh, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you would have put him here, I mean, even if you'd moved, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can get the wizard on the other side. You can get the wizard on the other side of that. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the wizard will be able to get away from the cave spider before the cave spider has his turn. So, dwarf. But the dwarf could get a wandering monster at this point. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. All right, dwarf searching for treasure. Oh, crap. Wait, wait, wait. It's a 4. It's a 4. Okay. Oh, man. I can't believe I called it. But then it ended up being one of my numbered cards, which means I roll on my random treasure table. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be treasure. It could still be bad stuff. So let's see here. We'll put that, since it's a numbered one, we'll make a discard pile for that. So let's see. This could be, I roll a, what am I rolling? Oh, I get to roll a D8 for this. When a number goes 1 through 8. Yeah, okay. Well, let's roll a D8. That's exciting. I forgot that I would need to have a D8 out. Let me grab one real quick. Okay. Very special. Let's see what we got. Ooh, it's a nice high number. I think things get better as they go higher. 8. An incredible find! You gain a magic ring that can cast a spell once per quest. It is a ring of... And then I roll a d6. A ring of... Tempest. Which I think is actually a pretty neat spell. Tempest. This spell creates a small whirlwind that envelops one monster of your choice. That monster will then miss its next turn. So I just got a magic ring that can cast a spell once per quest. Oh, that's awesome. Ring of Tempest, baby! Yeah! Oh, Frabjous Day. And that was the dwarf that found that? Okay, let's see here. I will mark that under his... I guess I'll put it under armor. Ring of Tempest. Yeah, that's like... If that seems OP, I mean, keep in mind, first I have to roll to get on this table, and then I have to roll, and it could be Pass Through Rock, Tempest, Swift Wind, Veil of Mist, or Fire of Wrath. But 8, that's like the best. Yeah, I had rolled really well. Really well. Okay, so that is super awesome. I'm so excited about that. And that was the dwarf's turn, so he's done. Man, that was a good choice. Good choice to search dwarf. Let's see here. Okay, Francisco, I'm ready for you on this one. Well, first, let me respond to Balmy Leader. You should turn the lights off in your room to make this a real dungeon crawl. I can do that. I can turn, let's see here. It's not going to do much. I need some lighting a little bit. That doesn't, I don't know. You tell me if that helps the mood at all. And then open up a tab and find the soundtrack of your favorite fantasy movie or video game or something. And play that in the background. Normally I totally have music playing when I'm playing a fantasy board game. Music from, let's see. If you own any games that you've purchased at GOG.com, check and see if the soundtrack is part of the package, because very often they will make that available, and I love it. So I'll play a lot of, oh gosh, who's the guy that, he's doing lots of movies now, but he used to do the God of War soundtracks. Anyway, there's lots of like fantasy RPG video games that I have soundtracks for, and I totally play them while I'm playing fantasy board games. Let's see, Francisco Ruiz says, a ring you can use once per quest. Sounds a bit Gloomhaven-y to me. No, I'm going to counter you on that, Francisco. Because it's a ring with a charge. That's how I think of it. It's a ring with a charge, a magical charge that you can use once, but then it needs time to kind of rebuild itself. Compared to Gloomhaven's leather armor, which for some reason can be used once, and then I need to have a short rest before I can use my leather armor that I'm wearing again. I'll give you, I'll give you a half point. I'll give you a half point. I am reaching just a little bit with the whole recharge thing. Yeah, Phil, thanks for coming out, Phil. Phil says Ring of Tempest might come in clutch a few times. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. That's not even one of my go-to spells in HeroQuest, but it can be really handy in certain situations. All right, let's see here. No, it's not Bear McCreary, Francisco. It's going to bother me. Dang it, it's going to bother me. You can look up the soundtrack for the Jason Momoa Conan movie or the soundtrack to 300, and that's the guy. That's the guy. He used to be much more known for video games, and now he's really doing a lot of film stuff, and I love his stuff. Let's see. Where was I? So that was the dwarf that just went. Yeah, I was still in the midst of my elation. So, okay, we've got to get the wizard out of there because this cave spider is right on his butt. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and land there. He is not so foolish as to search for treasure because he is but a frail wizard. And so that's going to be the end of his turn. And now it's Zargon's turn. He gets another threat. So at this point, I can trigger the weaker of the 2 spear traps that I'm allowed to trigger. I can also spawn a monster. But it has to be weaker than the wandering monster of the quest. I think I like doing that, though. I like the variety that comes with that. Let me see. I can spawn anything weaker than an orc. So let's spawn a hellhound. Right? Let's spawn a hellhound. That'll make things interesting. And it's got to be out of line of sight, which I could basically put it right there. Nice. All right, let's get the stat card out for hellhound. They should have probably some kind of fire breath. I can't remember how I translated that over. Oh yeah, it's even called fire breath. Look at that. So, hellhound. Attack 2, defend 4. Oh, yikes. Body 2? What the crap? This is taking the place of, okay, this is weaker than an orc, huh? Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. This seems a little bit, this seems a little OP. Body 2? That seems OP. What is he doing at that point in the chart? That seems too powerful. Why did I put him there? That's supposed to be equivalent or weaker than an orc? Alright. Jeez Louise. I'm going to say he's got a lot of abilities here. That does not make much sense to me. I think he needs to be in this upper spot here, where he's more equivalent to 2 orcs. I think that's a clerical error, I'm almost positive. So I'm actually going to save him for there, cross him out there. Let's see, I don't want to put a Wendigo out. Let's put a couple zombies out. Let's put a couple zombies out. That could be interesting. Z is for zombie. Bottom of my deck. Okay, so these guys are each going to have 2 attack, 3 defend, 1 body, 0 mind, and a movement of 5, and disease. Oh, that sounds great. Let's see. I will put them here, though. That seems like a sensible spot. And let's make sure I scratch off that threat that I just used to spawn. And let's look up disease, just so I know kind of what's in store for me here. Bomby Leader says, no, I don't care if it's too powerful. I would be using that. I'm not forcing you to, though. Yeah, I'm still, as I mentioned the last time I was streaming this back in the spring, I'm using very experimental rules that are very much in flux. And what I discovered in the course of playing with my rules last time was that it was a little bit harder on the heroes than I wanted it to be. Definitely harder than the base game experience. And so... but we'll see. I did add this loot mechanic toward the end of my streaming of this game last spring, and I still haven't gotten a strong sense of that looting mechanic, you know, rolling a 5 or see if I can roll a 5 or 6 after each monster I kill and getting either 25 coins or on a 6 getting a D6 healing potion. That might have even balanced things out to a sweet spot, or I might find in the long term that it makes the game too easy. So I don't know. It's very, very much in flux here. But I hate the prospect of repeating a quest, failing and having to repeat the same quest again. So I usually, in my gaming experiences, because I hate that so much, lean a little bit on the easier side. But yeah, hopefully this will be still in kind of my sweet spot. So I just spawned them. Disease. Targeted hero, so if they get hit with a disease, places a poison disease token on their character sheet at the beginning. Okay, so it's the same as sickly shot, basically. For every token, they roll a combat die, and on the skull they lose a body point. On a white or black shield, they remove it. And it can also be removed by a healing spell or a healing potion. So, yeah, I definitely want to try and bite these guys and disease them up. Now, their movement is pretty slow, though. Oh, actually, no. These zombies can move faster than I would have thought. They have a movement of 5. Cave Spider has a movement of 6. So let's see here. Who can we reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the farthest this guy is going to get. So let's have him... And he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can get all the way there. So we'll have him go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, is that right? Was he here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm going to say that's where he was. And yeah, he's going to... Oh, should I web him up now? No, I'm still not feeling too attracted to that. So let's just do a standard attack on the dwarf. 1 skull. Dwarf rolls 3 and blocks it. Very good. All right. So now we'll get the zombies in here. How far can this guy go? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 would put him there, but I don't want to do that. So let's put him here. And yeah, he's going to try and trigger his disease ability. Abilities of monsters trigger on a 5 or 6, so this will either be a complete miss or the elf will be diseased on a 5 or 6. He's diseased. Okay. So that sucks for the elf. And now this guy. Let's freaking double up. Let's double up on the elf and give him, because the more poison disease tokens, the worse it gets. So let's see here. Oh, just barely missed it. Barely missed it. Okay. So then that's Zargon. Going back to my heroes. Let's see. The barbarian, yeah, I guess he'll just, predictably attack the zombie right next to him. Oh, swing and a miss, dang it. Okay. And that's it for him. The elf, oof. Elf's in trouble. Elf's in trouble. He's got to deal with this poison disease thing first, so let's roll for that. Oh, he got a skull. So he does lose a body point, and he keeps that token. Man. So yeah, he will attack... he'll attack the... He's going to attack this zombie right here. Oh my gosh, a miss. Dang it. Okay, and that's it for the elf. Dwarf. Man, already I'm thinking about that Ring of Tempest. I don't think I'm going to use it, though. The dwarf... Gosh, I really want to kill these zombies. I feel like they are the worst threat than the cave spider, but I can't get to him right now. Unless I do a reckless charge, but I don't want to risk that either. Okay, we'll have the dwarf attack the cave spider. 1 skull. Okay, cave spider gets 2 defense dice. Does not block. He's got 1 body, so he's out. Nice. And any loot on that guy? Nope, just a 4. Okay, so that was the dwarf. Phew, man. Okay, the wizard. I did, by the way, because of the power outage issues, I updated the schedule, and I am going to play through what would have been my lunch break. So I changed the schedule so that I'm going now... I started at noon, and I'm going until 1:45. I ate lunch while the power was kind of resetting itself, and the power company was getting their act together. So yeah, I'm going to keep going now until 1:45 Pacific time. Francisco says, going to take a nap on my lunch break. Good luck. All right, man. Enjoy your nap. I hope you're able to sleep. I am not able to fall asleep quickly, and so naps typically do not work for me unless I'm freaking exhausted. Let's see here. What was just going on? That was the dwarf that went. Okay, good. Okay, I'm good. I'm glad I'm using these markers from Descent to keep track of turns, especially while I'm streaming. If I look at the chat and answer a question or something like that, then I totally lose track of what reality I was in. Okay, so the wizard. Would Seeking Bolt be worth it right now? Let's see, the zombies have 3 defense and 1 body. So 1 body makes them easy to kill, but 3 defense, you know, I think this might be a good opportunity for Seeking Bolt. Because I do not want these poison tokens to keep adding up. So, okay. So I'm gonna, well, you know what? I've already got another spell that does 1 auto damage. That's Ball of Flame. So let's move him here on his turn. And then... yeah, let's cast Ball of Flame. This spell may be cast on any one monster, enveloping it in a ball of fire. It will inflict... oh, wait, no, not Ball of Flame. Fire of Wrath. Fire of Wrath. Fire of Wrath. It will inflict 1 body point of damage unless the monster can immediately roll a 5 or a 6... on 1 red die. And so, yeah, we're going to do that on this zombie right here. Burn! And let's see if he can... yeah, nice! Got him. So he is enveloped in scorching flames! And... oops. Oh, no. That was not... it landed on a 5... but I fumbled. I dropped the die. That was not an intentional roll, so I'm not taking it. Wait, that was a fumble too, and it fumbled on a 6. Dang it. Okay, I will take that. All right. So, let's see here. That gives him another D6 healing potion. Nice. Do I feel a little guilty about that? I do. I do. No more accepting fumbles. That was the last fumble I'm going to accept as a die roll. So that's the end of the wizard's turn. Now we cycle back to Zargon's turn, so he gets 1 threat. Man, I hope Sir Ragnar is patient, because it's going to be a little while before we get to him. So Zargon can't really spawn any traps or any monsters. That zombie is going to keep eating at the elf, because come on, why wouldn't he? So let's try to do disease again. Oh my gosh. He's got a second poison disease token. Yikes. He's in trouble. He is in trouble. So yeah, very effective. I like the addition of that ability for sure. Um, okay, so now it's the... Is it the barbarian's turn already? Man, these turns go by so quickly. I lose track and start thinking to myself, have I lost my mind? Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm using these tokens. Barbarian is for sure going to go right here and take a mighty freaking swing at this zombie. 2! Mighty indeed. 2 skulls. So he gets 3 defense, but he's going to need 2 black shields. I don't think he's got it in him. And he does not. I was trying to get a little more of a, like a liquidy, like a, you want a little more. That's a little closer to the sound of a dying zombie. Let's roll and see if I got anything from him. Oh, nice! Got a 6. So that's a D6 healing potion for the barbarian. I'm rolling pretty well on those. It might prove to imbalance the game. We'll see. Okay, so that was the barbarian. He's done elf. Okay. Boy. Elf has got to roll for 2 of these things now. Let's clear the space here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He loses 2 more. He's down to 2. So he is absolutely going to drink one of his healing potions. And I'm trying out a new... this combined, I don't know, might outbalance things. One of the things I've always hated about this game, and I love this game, so it's just irritating, is the randomness involved in the healing you get from the standard healing potions that you can find in the deck. And I was like, well, I guess I could do it like the movement and say they can move an auto 6 instead of rolling 2d6. So do I want to have healing potions be an auto 3? I was like, but I love the potential for that 6 healing. I don't want to get rid of that. And so a couple days ago, as I was getting ready, thinking about this stream, I think because of my experience playing Rogue Dungeon and taking this approach with a lot of dice rolling in that game, I decided I wanted to try out rolling 2d6 for your d6 healing potions, your standard healing potions, and then choosing the result of the 2 that I want to count. And so I think that will get me. It'll take out just a little bit of maybe the low end, because it can be so irritating to have like multiple potions and then roll like 1 or 2, multiple times. Can be really just a pain. So, okay, so the elf has 1 d6 healing potion. He's going to use that now. And both of these were 5s, and so that's going to give him 5 back, which will take him up really to his max. He can't go beyond his max. But then he's got no healing potions now. And he still has these... Oh, wait, no, he drank a healing potion, so that removes the poison disease tokens. Okay, good. All right. Now the elf, does he want to do anything else? Dare he search for treasure? He dare! Here we go. Whoopsh! Hazard! Crap. Suddenly the stone beneath your feet gives way. You fall into a shallow hole, losing 1 body point and ending your turn. You may climb out and move normally. On your next turn, return this card to the bottom of the deck. Okay, well, he's in the middle of the room, so that's a hole that will be easily walked around by his allies. But irritating, nevertheless, for him to have fallen. Oh man, that would have been so sad if those poison tokens didn't get removed. Then he'd be like in a hole with 2 poison tokens. Just like insult to injury, right? Okay. So, let's see here. All right. That was the elf. So he's done. Now we got the dwarf. Now he already searched for treasure in this room, so he can't again. But he could lead the charge into the next room after giving one of his healing potions to the elf. Good. So yeah, we'll have him go. Gosh, I'm forgetting to run my hand along the left wall. If I were really running my hand along the left wall, I would have kept going this way. Try to do these things systematically. Yeah, we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. Okay, so dwarf. It's gonna go 1. Open the door. And let's see what we have. Okay, interesting. Another door. Got a table and a couple monsters that I'm gonna roll for to see if they remain as indicated in the original. This room originally contains an orc and a goblin. So let's start by rolling for that goblin. Oops, let's see here. Okay, it is a goblin, which again is still irritating to me because he has the steal ability. And gosh, who has gold? Who's he going to go after? He's going to go after the barbarian. Barbarian's the only one that has gold. He has 24 gold right now, so that goblin could wipe out his gold supply. All right, let's see if that orc is still an orc. He's not. He is a... Oh, crap, he's a scout. Okay. All right. Here, we'll use this for the scout this time. Well, no, let's use the one I used last time. Okay, so the scout goes here. And let me actually see if I can move this. There is some glare on the table. I apologize for that. But at least from there, I feel like you can maybe see the action a little bit better. Yeah, okay, so that scout is bad news, because he can call for backup. He can call for other monsters. So I'm going to take him out as soon as possible. So that was the dwarf. He was, I think, right here, yeah? And then he went 1, opened the door, and, oh crap, do I have enough threat? I don't have enough threat to spring a trap, so let's get the dwarf in there and try to take out that scout as soon as possible. 1, 2, 3, and then he'll take a shot at... Nice! Oh, 2 skulls, baby. 2 skulls. Oh, I gotta get the scout's stats out. Remind myself what he's all about. Here we go. Now, last time I spawned the scout back in the first quest, I determined that his body was a clerical error. I had given him a body of 2, and so I on the fly made the decision to give him a body of 1, and I still think that's appropriate. So, but he has a defend of 3, so he does have a chance of getting out of this. But he doesn't. Okay. Whew. All right, good, because he could have called in an orc. So that's the end of the dwarf's turn. And now the wizard... Oh gosh, the wizard's a bit exposed at the moment. But I'm gonna... I mean, well, yeah. Don't try to think as Zargon, just think as the wizard. The wizard's a bit exposed and doesn't want to be exposed. But there's nowhere I can really go. I mean, the goblin... Those guys have a move of 10. Maybe I should just get in there and try to thwack him on the head. With my, do I have a staff? I think I just have a dagger. So let's just get in there and thwack him on the head. Or stab him, if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this is weird. This is weird. I like it, though. I like that I find myself in just making very different tactical decisions from just the same boring tactics that you naturally would fall into, that I think any player would fall into after you've gotten to know the base rules well enough. So yeah, let's see. Okay, that's a miss. And now it's Zargon's turn, and I genuinely feel torn. I mean, like, I like that steal ability, and I would love to steal from the Barbarian, but the Wizard's right there. He's right there. I'm gonna attack the Wizard. I'm gonna attack the Wizard. Come on. Alright, so he gets 2 attack dice. Right? Yeah, 2 attack dice. And that's 1, and then the Wizard gets 2 defense dice. Oh, takes a hit. Which brings him down to 2. Man. Oh, I should have waited. I drank that health potion too soon. When I healed the elf. Because I house ruled long ago. Like, not even counting my modifications I'm playing with now. But playing this game with my buddy for years, we resolved that you could, as you were dying, in the moment of death, you could drink a potion. And I even decided that you could cast a spell on yourself while you're falling dead to revive yourself. So yeah, he's got actually 2 potions. So he's actually, I'm not too worried about him right now. And I can't spawn anything, right? Okay, but I forgot to get a threat, I think. So I'm gonna give myself a threat. Or it's a bonus threat for forgetting that I gave myself a threat if I did already. So now it's back to the hero's turns. I'm not super happy with the lighting. For some reason, my camera stuff is it's got like an auto light adjusting setting on it that I can't turn off, and so I look like I'm one of those people from the old movie Cocoon, some kind of ethereal, glowing creature. Not real happy with that. But at least you guys, at least the lighting on the board is okay. Yeah, so Thundar, get in there, baby. Get in there and do it to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And we're going to get rid of this thief here. 2 skulls, baby. And does he have, like, only 1 defend and 1 body? I think so. Yeah, he's gone. Nice. All right, did he have anything on him? No. Okay, very good. So that's the Barbarian. Now the Elf. Call me a glutton for punishment. But that elf is going to search for treasure. He's going to go in that room and search for treasure. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll stand right here in the middle. And let's see what we got. I can't... Oh, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh. I did put the last one on the bottom of the deck, right? This is... Okay, jeez, I did. This is insane. This is insane. Oh my gosh. Falls in another hole. And he's an elf. He's supposed to be spry, and he even has the special ability I created called Acrobat. He should be not falling into so many of these. Dang it. Crap. All right. It's moments like those that make me feel like, okay, no, I don't think it's too balanced in your favor, Pater. Ugh. Gross. I'm starting to question, I mean, I know I suck at shuffling, but I'm starting to really question my shuffling ability more than usual. So that's the elf's turn. Dwarf's turn. I don't think he's... No, he came into this room to attack that scout. He has not searched in here yet. He's going to search for treasure. So help me, if this is a bad card, I'm reshuffling this deck. Okay, there we go. Oops, sorry. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, so amidst an old I can't read it from there. Sorry, guys. Amidst old rags, tattered fur robes, and soiled blankets. Wait, look at that! It's a numbered card. It's a numbered card. All right. Let's pull out the random treasure table. It was going to be just 15 gold coins. It could be something bad, or it could be something cool. Let's see what's up. We're going to get an 8 again? That'd be nuts. Oh my gosh! Oh! All right, well, let's see what it is. We're rolling on a 1d6. Ew, dude, what is this? It's a ring of Fire of Wrath. For the dwarf again. He's getting all these rings. He's going to be like the frickin' Mandarin by the time this quest is over. Oh. Ring of Fire of Wrath? All right, this... I'm starting to question. I don't know. Ring of Fire of Wrath. I don't think he's going to keep that. I mean, I wrote it on his sheet, but I don't think he's going to keep it. I think I'm going to have him give it to the elf right now. Yeah. And for almost no other reason than thematically, I want the elf to be doing more magic stuff. I always give the earth spell class to the elf. I think that in the rule book they even recommend for beginning players or whatever that you give the earth spells to your elf. And I think in all the years that me and my buddy played, we never did it. Well, no, he did change it up. But almost always he would just by default, because it's the most rounded spell group. You got Pass Through Rock, which is kind of like a tactical spell more than anything. Rock Skin, good for defense, and Heal Body, good for healing. So you have your healers a little bit spread out. But as a result, he never has any offensive spells. So I'm giving him this Ring of Fire of Wrath. Oh, man. Ring of Fire of Wrath. Nice. I have been pretty happy with these rule changes because they're not so crazy that it doesn't feel like HeroQuest anymore, you know? It's still definitely HeroQuest. And it doesn't needlessly complicate things. Yeah, so I'm digging on it. Okay, so that was the dwarf. His turn is done, and a very satisfying turn it was, I must say. Let's see here. Balmy Leader 6980 says that laugh is so villain-like. I do have something of a villainous laugh. My younger sister says that I laugh like the Joker, but I don't think I laugh like the Joker. But the reason she says that, I think, is because at the end of the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the Michael Keaton Batman movie, at the end Joker's dead, but there's a laughing box in his pocket, and it's going and my laugh is just a little bit like that you know, that kind of like a percussive, you know, repetitive, whatever that is. I don't know. Which does sound a little bit villainous too, I guess. Well, I think actually my laugh just now, I wasn't paying attention. It was probably even like straight up maniacal because I felt pretty devilishly empowered by that Fire of Wrath ring. Okay, so what the crap is going on? It's has the elf gone? No, elf, dwarf, bedwetter. Dwarf, wizard. Okay, wizard's turn. And the wizard's not searching for treasure. He's also not freaking opening the door. So I will move him just right here. I think that's a good spot for him. And then it's Zargon's turn. Zargon gets a threat. And let's see here. I think that's really all I can do. I don't have anything to work with on the board. So Zargon's done. We're back to the barbarian, who's going to go one. Wait. I don't think the barbarian has searched for treasure in this room. Be nice if there's a way that you could easily keep track of that without a bunch of fiddly tokens. I don't know of a way to do that, really. I don't think he has searched for treasure. I don't think he has. So I'm going to have him search for treasure. I think he came in here and just attacked something. So yeah, he's going to search for treasure before we move on. Balmy Leader says, I kind of sound like a villain too, but I have to control the laugh. Okay. Here we go. Gold. Okay, not a numbered card. This one, you find a loose stone and tear it from the wall. Behind it, you discover a small leather pouch wrapped in an old rag. Peering inside, you find 25 gold coins. Record the money in your sheet. Do not return the card to the deck. And that was the Barbarian. So, yeah, he's now got 49 gold coins. All right. And yeah, he's just going to stay put. He doesn't need to do anything else. So that's his turn. Now the elf's turn. He's going to go get out of this dumb hole, and we'll just start into the next room. 1, open the door. Let me clear some of these dice out of the way. I normally do my dice rolling out well away from the characters, but I want to try as much as I can to keep the dice rolls on camera for you guys. Ooh, okay. Another populated room. Maybe some interesting things going on here. We've got 2 goblins and 1 orc. So 2 goblins, they have their own kind of spot on my monster table. So let's see. It could end up being let's see here. 2, 3. That's missing a number there. Okay, so let's roll and see what we got going on here. That's a 4, which means it's a pair of kobolds. So let's get some kobolds out. And, oh, I gotta put some furniture out too. There's a, like a cupboard right here. And, ooh, and a treasure chest. That's neato. We'll put the kobolds here, I guess. And then also needing to come out is 1 orc, but let's see if it remains an orc. Oops, let's see here. Keep rolling. Come on, there we go. No, it's not an orc. It's a scout. Okay. Well, again, I think we want to kill that scout ASAP. So he took 1 step. 1... I think we want to get in there and kill that scout. Okay, and the Zargon does not have enough threat to spawn a trap when I move in here. 1... Wait, 1... He went 1 already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's not get in the way if we don't need to. And then he'll take a shot. Oh, 2 skulls, baby. 2 skulls. Very nice. So the scout, he has 3 defense dice. Wow, but not a single black shield. So he is taken out. Any loot? Oh my gosh, another D6 healing potion. I'm rolling really well. This might turn out to be a little bit imbalanced. We'll see. I guess he did just use up that other one already. So he's got 1. I forgot to mark it off when I used it, I think. All right, so that was the elf's turn. Dwarf. Well, he can't search for treasure again. He's on quite the streak searching for treasure. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he can get in there. So what's going on with these kobolds? I didn't pull their card out yet. All right, let's see here. They have. I got my camera in a good place for you guys, horrible place for me. Attack 2, defend 3, body 3, mind 3, move of 10, steal and swarm. Swarm is automatic. Now they're pretty. You might notice a body 3. That's pretty pretty hefty. But the figure here is 2 kobolds, and so I'm willing, to consider that there are in fact 2 kobolds there, and so they would have a combined body of like 1.5. But swarm, and this is automatic. Oh, interesting. +1 attack die for each additional enemy adjacent to target hero. So there's no other enemies in the room right now, but this one's going to do better when there are other enemies around the enemy that it's attacking. So not great right now. They could go for stealing. Gosh, with defend 3 and body 3, they could stick around and steal maybe for a little while. Who's got coins? The barbarian has the coins. Gosh. They have an attack of 2. I don't think stealing is the way to go. I think just straight up attacking. Just like jumping on these guys, crawling all over them. Who's got less health? Elf has 5. Dwarf has 6. So yeah, we're gonna go for the elf. 2 attack dice. I'm just gonna overwhelm him. With 1 hit, anyway. And then the dwarf rolls 3. Oh man, but not a single shield in the mix. And so he does take 1 point of damage there. Takes him down to 4. And that was my turn as Zargon, right? Or was that a wandering monster? What the crap? Why am I having monsters attacking in the middle of this turn here? Oh, jeez. I lost my way. I need to repent of my ways. I need to repent. I opened this room, and I had these guys come in. Wait a minute, no. Dwarf came in, he did an attack. I just forgot to flip their things, because I didn't have the wizard do anything. He stayed in there, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Ugh, trying to stream and do this at the same time. Easy for some people, I'm sure. Not easy for me. So, I'm going to pretend it's Zargon's turn now. If I skipped some hero turns, then I skipped some hero turns. Oh well. I wasn't going to have the wizard go in there and do anything anyway, I don't think. So, yeah. I would have had the wizard move, though. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to go... I think, yeah, it's the hero's turn now. So, why didn't I go... I did not consider for a moment that I could have gone after the wizard. I think I'm so used to the wizard being kind of like off the table as like a, well, the wizard's not really an option to attack because, of course, the heroes are blocking my way to him. Well, they weren't just then. And these guys, the kobolds, they've got 10 movement. I totally could have gotten to the wizard. Man, I've got to think more about going after that wizard as Zargon when it's my turn. Okay. But it's not Zargon's turn now. We're going to stop him from getting to my wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get in there. Take him out, barbarian. 1 skull. Is that going to be enough? No, because they have freaking 3 body and 3 defense. Man, kobolds are nasty in this game. Well, they took a hit, so that's good. Here, I'll just put this on. I'll put a little heart token from Descent on their card. So it doesn't take up a bunch of real estate on the board. So that was the barbarian. Elf. Gosh, is it time to use the Fire of Wrath, the Ring of Fire of Wrath? I think it is. I think it is. That's basically a free hit unless they can roll a 5 or a 6. So we're going to give that a go. They did not. So that is an auto hit. Or not an auto hit, but yeah, that's another damage. One more and they're gone. Yeah, I think that was definitely the better choice because he only has 2 attack dice. They have 3 defense. It's very likely they could have blocked even if he did get 1 in. So yeah, let's have the dwarf now move in and attack. 2 attack dice. 2 skulls, baby. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Ugh. Jeez Louise. I can't believe they blocked both of those. Man, okay. Wizard? Is it time? Is it time? I don't know. The wizard right now is completely safe. Well, let's see. The elf has 4. The wizard is currently down to 2. Wizard has a bunch of healing. Oh, he has 2 healing potions. The elf has 1. The dwarf... Yeah, everybody's got at least 1 healing potion. So, I mean, at this point, I'm just whittling away healing potions. And I think, you know what, if I go for the wizard, who only has 2 health, I am most likely to get rid of a healing potion that way. Oh, but I can't move diagonally. So the question is, do I want to try for Reckless Charge? Reckless Charge, since I haven't, since the last quest, I haven't mentioned how this works. Reckless Charge means that any figure can go through... oh no, I did talk about this earlier this morning. Any figure can move through an enemy figure, but for each enemy space they move in, that enemy and any enemies adjacent to that space can make a free attack, and the moving figure has to roll half their defense dice rounded down. And he's already lost 2, so there's a real good chance he's going to get killed no matter which character he tries to get past. No, I will stick around here. I will go for the elf. I'll go for the elf. Okay. 2 attack dice. 1 skull. Elf gets 3 defense. And he takes a hit. Alright, so that was the right choice as Zargon. Elf's down to 3. Alright. So now... Man, I forgot to do tokens again. That's making me wonder if... It's making me wonder if I took the turns I was supposed to take. Use the tokens, Pater. Use the tokens. They will help you while you are failing at your multitasking. Okay. So, Barbarian's turn. Taking a swing. Big ol' hefty swing at these kobolds. 1 skull. Not great. They didn't defend, though. Nice. Okay, so that takes him out. Oops. And we get anything for that? No. No loot. That was the barbarian's turn. The elf. Do I want to have the elf search for treasure in this room? Well, I mean, there's the planted treasure with whatever that is. I haven't looked at it yet. And of course, I did look before playing, because why bother trying to keep things secret from myself? But no, let's check it out. He's going to go here. He's going to search for treasure. I'm not going to bother searching for traps because in the solo rules that I've made for this game, any planted traps, whether they're traditional pit, spear, falling block, or special traps like would be on a chest, they all get cashed in before the quest even starts, and I get a certain number of threat tokens for those traps that are cashed in at the beginning, and then I use those threat tokens, during the quest to kind of do more surprising things on the heroes. So there's no reason to really search for traps. Disarming traps is less of a thing, with these rules. It still can come into play if I spring a trap on a hero, but that hero sees it in advance. then they will move past it without triggering it, and then we know there's a trap there, and I'll put like a little wooden cube on that trap space, and at that point the dwarf then can disarm it. But it is, you are less likely to run into traps that you will then disarm, because there's a decent chance that when you run into them you'll spring them. So let's see here. All right, so he searches for treasure. What's in here? The first hero who searches the room for treasure will find 60 gold coins in this chest. He will also find a potion of healing, which will restore up to 4 lost body points when consumed. Yeah, I'm just going to call that a D6 healing potion. Yeah. Especially with the rules that I'm using now, I feel like that's okay if I get a bad roll on that. I'll call that a D6 healing potion. So that's 60 coins that the elf is now carrying around. And he's got another one of those D6 healing potions. Okay. All right. So that's the elf. The dwarf. Now, I think there's a rule in the base game where if there's special treasure in the room, that's the only treasure you can potentially find. But I don't like that. So I'm going to allow my other heroes to search for treasure in this room that haven't yet, in the hopes that maybe they'll find something in this cupboard, right? Or maybe underneath a loose stone somewhere. So yeah, the dwarf is going to search for treasure. What do we got, dwarf? Jewels! Very nice, very nice. Yeah, you find a small wooden box. Must have been in that cupboard. It is simple looking and very old. Within, you discover that it is lined with velvet and contains very small jewels worth 50 gold coins, baby. Record the money on your sheet. Do not return this card to the deck. So, yeah. So that's 50 for the dwarf. Very nice. Very nice. The wizard now is not going to search for treasure. Still not gonna. But he'll inch along a little bit so he doesn't fall too far behind. 1, 2, 3, I guess 4. We'll put him there for 4. No. We'll put him in front of this door for 4. Okay. All right. So that's everybody. Zargon now. Zargon gets a threat. So now I have 4 threat. I can totally trigger a trap, and I will. Unless I choose to spawn a monster. Do I want to spawn a monster? I do like spawning these monsters. You know, when I put all this time into creating stats for a bunch of Descent monsters, Descent minis to come into the game, I kind of like to try and take advantage of them. So let's see here. I could spawn a putrid zombie. Let's do that. I think I spawned a shade in Quest 1 at one point, so I don't feel quite as pulled to that. Let's spawn a putrid zombie. Blech. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? I have updated my playlist to help you find what you're looking for, anything from controversial topics that are relevant to Christian geeks, interviews with creators like author Brent Weeks and The Chosen's Dallas Jenkins, growing in faith as a geek, tabletop gaming, comic books, video games, movies, and TV shows, or you can just get to know me a little bit better. There is a playlist for you with more content being added to them all the time, so I hope you'll take a look and enjoy what you find. Thanks.